Hello everyone. Welcome back to another episode of our entitled people. In today's episode, Karen threatens to get me arrested for gardening in my garden. Oh. Is it okay to not go to my sister's surprise marriage proposal? Woman wanted me to get cash back after I told her I don't carry cash. Before we get started, make sure to subscribe so you will never miss a video. So let's get started. Karen threatens to get me arrested for gardening in my garden. Oh. Title says it all. Because the groundhog had no shadow, spring came early, so I had decided to weed the garden strip that borders mine and Karen's property. There's a fence between the garden and her house. While doing so, I get rid of some of my day lilies that are on my property. I finish, return to my house, and continue my day until I hear a shriek from the side of my house. I rush over because I'm scared someone got hurt, and Karen, who just got home from work, asks me why I got rid of her lilies. I say that they were my lilies and that I was making space for tomatoes, cucumbers, and carrots. She then calls the police because I had destroyed her property. The police come and basically tell her to go inside and shut up because it's pretty clear whose flowers they were. Entitled Karen is an idiot. I'm glad the police recognized her stupidity. Seriously, she's lucky she didn't get in more trouble for making a false claim to the police. What an idiot. I had the exact opposite happen. My neighbor didn't want the huge forsythia hedge cut when I was putting up a fence, so I left it and put my fence 6 feet inside my property line. A couple of years later, her son helped her clean her yard and took a chainsaw to it. R.I.P. beautiful hedge. I hope you have moved your fence back to where it should be. It's the law in my town that fences have to be 2 feet back of the property line so that the owner can maintain the backside of the fence. So I was in that 2-foot strip of land doing just that when the next door neighbor ordered me off his property. I told him it's my property. He said, "No, it isn't. You gave it to me when you put up the fence." I didn't leave. It never occurred to him that by his logic, I'd have had to move my fence progressively back 2 feet until he owned my entire yard. They're on your property and you grew them and take care of them, but I enjoy looking at them, so therefore, they are my flowers. If, when you do put your garden in, I would strongly suggest that you put up a security camera facing that direction just in case she decides to destroy what she clearly thinks is her garden. Someone crazy enough to call the cops on you over this is definitely crazy enough to come into your property illegally and destroy your plants. Is it okay to not go to my sister's surprise marriage proposal? I, 25F, endured 3 years of extremely unfair treatment from my family in my relationship with my husband. His introduction to the family was initially just coming to church. He drove 3 hours one way to attend, and I had to fight to be able to spend time with him. I got told I was dating instead of soulmating, and had to basically not have a relationship while having one. My older sister said I was a bad example to other people while my other sibling had 2 boys she was involved with at church at the same time. He also happens to be shorter than me, which was a complaint. Perhaps their vision of who I would be with was something else. He's honestly an amazing human who I'm blessed to be with. If he came in a different form, they wouldn't have treated him the way they did. He's still around because of his connections to church, but when it comes to family, he'd gladly not engage. They've really soured the pot. As soon as we got married in March 2023, everyone was loving, nice, and approving of us. It was very much night and day. My older sister, now 29, was a major antagonizer and not respectful of the relationship at all. She had never talked to a boy before. My older sister started talking to a guy from church a month after my wedding. Now a year has passed, and he's going to be proposing to her in 2 weeks. This guy honestly is a good person, but them combined just rubs me wrong. I see them engage. They go on dates. They're able to talk about their future. These are all things that I was shamed for and mistreated for. I had to confront her in late 2023 to address that she treated me terribly. I got an apology, but it didn't truly address jealousy, and the ridiculous bias she displayed. She hasn't taken steps to truly work on the relationship she broke. She's focused on what she wants. There's going to be at least 20 people attending this proposal, and everyone is participating and helping out in the process. She's even sent me wedding dresses, and she hasn't been proposed to. I got no emotional support through my whole relationship process and forced to pay for and have a wedding. The joy and happiness that finding a lifetime partner brings was stolen away. Being near this relationship has drained me in ways I didn't think possible. I'm trying to grow up and heal, but it's really starting to become unbearable. Everyone around thinks she's amazing and great, and the only one in the back who thinks she isn't a good person is her younger sister who she was evil to. Mind you, there are 2 other sisters, and they are fine and supporting. I don't know if I should suck up going to this engagement and future wedding. I know it will cause problems if I don't. Of course, it's okay to skip this proposal. You get to choose how you spend your time. These over-the-top proposals are kind of silly since the guy already knows the answer he's getting. As far as the wedding, I'd say you need to see how you feel at that point. Maybe put things aside just for the day to attend the wedding. Don't be in the wedding party, since that's too much working together which your relationship may not survive. But just spending the day celebrating with your family is certainly something you can pull off. Yeah, skip the proposal. Go to the wedding as a guest and then slide out before photos or the reception. Go and have a nice dinner with your hubs. A proposal is a private affair between 2 people. Everything else is performance. That's the word I was searching my brain for. I kept thinking display, show, public, but couldn't find it. Thank you. I always worry about people who feel the need to put on a performance. Don't help or attend the engagement, and don't be in the wedding party. Don't participate or pay for anything. I really hate when people do this, but if there was ever a time that was good for announcing a pregnancy, it's this wedding. Only go if you have an announcement. Why continue to disrespect yourself? If you allow your family to treat horribly, stop engaging with them. Woman wanted me to get cash back after I told her I don't carry cash. Years ago, I went to the grocery store by my old house. As I was approaching the entrance to the store, I saw a panhandler asking for money from people coming and going. I usually try to avoid them as best as I could by going to the other entrance, but it was closed because it was nighttime. I pass by this woman, and she asks if I have any spare dollar bills on me. I politely said no and that I don't carry cash. She responded saying, "Oh, you can get cash back." I was sort of taken aback. I've never had someone tell me that before. I said to her, "I'm here to only buy one thing. Sorry, but I'm not getting cash back." She didn't say anything after that, and I went about my business and passed by her again on my way out. I just couldn't believe the entitlement she thought she had over my money. LOL. My sister saw her twice. Once pulling out a wad of cash out of her fanny pack, and another asking people for money at the drive-through Chase ATM. Similar thing happened to me when with some friends. "Do you have any cash?" "No, sorry. There is an ATM over there. I can show you where." I had a guy do that to me. He'd approached me for money several times before in a different location, and I always turned him down. This time he stopped me coming out of a sub shop by a strip mall, and when I told him I don't carry cash, he suggested driving to a nearby ATM in my car. I can honestly tell you I almost lost my shit at the idea. Then there are the people with credit card machines ready after you say you don't have cash. Well, then swipe your card here. It's getting out of hand. Not quite the same, but I had a homeless man who, when I said I didn't carry cash, said, "Well, can I borrow your card and meet you back here in 30 minutes then?" All I could do was laugh and walk away. The correct response would have been, "You're right. I can," and keep on walking in the store. Do not explain yourself to these people. If you're giving, give. If not, just say no. Or nothing. Nobody is entitled to your money, no matter how hard their own lives are. If you made it to the end of the video, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, and we will see you in the next video.